here to bring some much-needed female energy to the 21 Rules channel. So I'm going to start with the first story.
Can we also say, sorry, Sophia is also the co-author of the 21 Rules book, which I think is a significant. I think that's some significance to be said to the people. Wait, you know that for you vexed about?
No.
Don't be vexed,
I thought they didn't really know you. They didn't watch the introduction. Welcome to our channel.
There's new people as well, bro. New people.
We're going to be discussing all things black. So anything you might see on the news.
Intro. And what about the new people, bro? What about the new people?
Hey, everyone can just go watch the intro.
He's alright. He understands. He understands.
So I'm Sophia Nicole. Okay. This is Jason Clue. Alright, so the first story is about a woman. Okay, so her name is Stephanie Denaro. You might know her story. It's been on the news. She was that unmasked white woman who was in New York City bakery. And she said some not so kind words to a worker there. Does anyone recall exactly what she said?
Worker, yeah.
A melanated worker. She used the N word with the hard R. I think she called him a. Am I allowed to say those words?
Oh, we don't really say those words.
Okay, well, a B-A N-word. I think you can fill in the rest. You've probably heard the story.
It was B-bum. It was a B-I-T-C-H.
Yeah.
Put him a bitch ass.
Again, a white woman calling a black man a racial slur, and now this time it happened at a bagel shop. Take a look at this. The woman not wearing a mask while trying to buy bagels on Sunday morning at the Essex Market on the Lower East Side. Another customer took this video as the woman apparently became more and more belligerent when an employee did not want to serve her until she put her mask on. Well, she did not, and then the racial slurs started, and the woman had her 4 young children with her.
Ma'am, he's not going to serve us, so please leave.
Why? Because he's a
Excuse me.
Oh, that's what he is.
Hello, now you need to go.
That's what he is.
Excuse me. Hello, ma'am,
I
you need
just
to go.
said it. You heard it.
Let me call it up.
I can call him whatever I want.
No, you need to go.
The bystander who recorded this video was stunned.
Even before she used a slur, she was the aggressor. She was yelling at everyone. It was also kind of confusing, not expecting to be called slurs. She had her 4 children were biracial. Very confusing moment.
Yeah, but yeah, when they caught up with the woman, she was basically saying like, look.
Why you called the gentleman the N-word?
I didn't call him the N-word.
What did you say?
I called him a term to describe his behavior.
Which was what? What did you call him?
To describe his behavior.
Which was what?
You have it on the video.
Anyway, she's got 4 black children to a black man, so some mixed race children. And the father has since spoken out, and basically he condemns what she's done. He says she's responsible for her actions and she's damaging our children.
So you have a problem with her using that kind of language?
I have a problem with everybody using that form of language, or anybody whatsoever, even my own children.
So it's very interesting that she openly just talk like that and whatnot. I mean, aren't you concerned about your children's safety?
I am concerned about my children's safety 150%. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but my opinion is that if that young lady get proper mental care and be monitored effectively, then perhaps her action won't be like what so negative, that to attack people in a racist manner or whatever the circumstances. Hey, my message to you as my children's mom, atone yourself. You're educated enough to do the right thing. Sit back, think about it. Don't get indoctrinated. Don't make poison enter your system, your mind.
Is she still with him?
He had 4 children with this woman, but she's damaging our children. I don't know. That's unclear. He said, by spitting poison out of her mouth, I have a problem with everybody using that form of language, even my own children. And he's worried about his children's safety now this video has come to light. Okay. I don't know. Thoughts?
Let's go first. Me.
You go.
You go first.
I'll go last.
Okay. The woman has been around people who've made her become a little bit too familiar. You know the term sometimes was it familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
I think it's just a case of she feels too comfortable.
Right.
and she's got a loose mouth. You know, I don't think she's I don't think she's like a raving. You know, your definition of a, or we discussed about are you racist because you use certain terms.
Right. So she's not racist in your opinion.
Don't know, racist in the terms like, if you talk about a dictionary definition term of a racist, it's someone who thinks they're better or superior. Yeah. The impression I got from that woman, I don't think she thinks that. But I think she thinks she can just use it because she's heard other people use it. I think she just seems like she's a bit of a silly little girl. Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah. Socially and economically, I think, you know, to labour that point a little bit more, I think because of that, and the environmentally, she feels that it's okay to talk like that. However, like even as people from, you know, diaspora, we shouldn't be talking to each other like that. So to accept it from someone who doesn't even appear to look like me is just unacceptable. I remember when I was in one of the gyms I work at, and then I referred to someone like that in front of my friend of mine, Lewis, and I was like, oh, look at that, N-I-double-G-E-R. He's like, nah, bro.
Use that language?
Yeah, I was like, look at this. But I said it, this is what I mean. I said it in a way where I was just like, and I was just mad
fell
at
out
the
your mouth.
situation.
Like
yeah?
Was you tired? Was it late?
That,
you fell out your mouth?
It wasn't like that, yeah.
Did it fall out your mouth?
Here's the thing. He wasn't even black. The guy I was referring to,
right.
Yeah. So I was just like, look at this, like, because I know the position of the word, yeah. So then I was basically saying, nah, he's that.
You British guys did that. I thought that was like an American thing. We're
This
just
is
like,
what I mean. But then Lewis just wasn't having it. He was like, nah, don't use them words. And I go, no, what I'm saying.
Shout out to Lewis.
Yeah, big shout
Lewis
out.
was a black guy, right?
Yeah.
Lewis is black, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Lewis was a white guy.
No. Lewis is black. And he just weren't having it, and I felt completely rubbish. Yeah, just as rubbish as you lot just make me feel. Then telling that story, yeah, I felt completely rubbish because I was like, yeah, he's right. Because there's actually, I knew what I meant in my head, but there's no way that I can articulate it to make it okay. So it's just not okay. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not okay from me, it's not okay from her.
Manny? Oh.
No, I'm just saying, who's made her comfortable to say it like that? It just rolled off her tongue so sweetly. The way she said it was just like, yeah, I said it. And then she got a little bit belligerent with it. She was obviously upset about, you know, not being served because she wasn't wearing a mask, which is another conversation that we're not going to get into. We're just going to deal with her using that term. And then when she was confronted about it, she said, I was not referring to his race, his ethnicity, him being a black man. I was referring to his attitude or the way he was behaving. That's how she got away with it. And I think we've done that, not maybe us, but as a black community, we've used that term to describe how someone behaves. It's like, yeah, I could use it for any
mate,
race.
here's just,
mate.
well,
he's not using it now. But previously, he may have. So, you know.
Do you know what, people? You need to go back in the archives to when you hear these people say they've never said anything negative.
Yeah.
Hey, really?
I'm joking. I'm just joking. Just jokes. But anyway, yeah. So go on.
No, I'm just saying. So it's like, can we fault her because she's maybe been in an environment like she's got? I don't know the relationship with her and the father of the children. Whatever his name is, Davon, Darwan, whatever his name was. Mm-hmm. He may have made her comfortable. This is a conversation that I've had with other people.
I think the boyfriend is the person who's probably needs examining more than the woman, to be honest.
But he said he condemns the behavior. He's like, I can't.
Yeah, saying it openly.
Look at a lot of rappers. Look at a lot of rappers. What's this guy with the pink hair? Yeah, the guy that I want to fight. What's his name?
The diamond in his head.
Nah, not that one. The other one. I think he's Latino or something.
Oh, Tekashi.
Tekashi
6ix9ine.
Yeah. So I really obviously we all want to fight him, I'm sure. But in his lyrics, he's consistently using that profanity to describe situations or people.
Yeah,
I'm like, and even I kind of like some of Fat Joe's beats, but again, like Fat Joe is fluent in the N-word.
Yeah, but like I grew up in Miami, and if you grew up in a certain neighborhood, then you would use that word because it's not necessarily referring to someone's ethnicity or someone's race. It's just referring to a person.
Nick? Yo, nigga, what up? Nothing.
You can use it so many different ways. Like this N-word, that N-word, or...
It's just ridiculous, though.
Yeah, but
it's
if
ridiculous.
it's that, but that's a good point. Because
I'm not glorifying it or...
No, I agree. But what I'm saying
that's
is,
how it's used.
in the UK, I must have... Actually, I don't want to say that, but I must have got it from
say it, bro.
The rap music.
I like when you say these things.
When I said it about the guy, yeah, because it just didn't rate the guy, yeah. And I was like, yeah, look at that.
N-word.
I said the same thing as her probably, and he was like, nah. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when we use it in the UK, yeah, it just means one thing, really. But like what you just said then, in the US of A, it does mean something.
That's not
it's
true,
not
though.
just a pejorative. Like,
that's not true, though. I don't think when we use it in the UK, it just means one thing. Because no.
What's up, my nigga? What did you just say? What's up?
So, what are your final thoughts on Stephanie Denaro then?
My
Is
opinion.
it her fault? Is she a victim of her circumstances?
I'm not going to be ignored.
Everyone in that environment was programmed to think, oh, it's okay to do that because look at the response. He's living in his position to just take that. It's not okay. It's 100% not okay. If that was me, she would have saw a different side of me.
I think she wanted to fight from him.
Probably.
But he didn't give it. He was a peaceful, loving brother.
He's a bitch ass.
Yeah, but you got. But this is the thing. This is the thing with that peaceful stuff. Yeah, this is the thing with that peaceful stuff because I always try.
She called it right, didn't she? She called it correct. I'm joking, people.
Stop.
It's not
much
right.
love to that man at the bakery shop.
But this is the thing. It's not
right.
Not much love because there's one
Appreciate
thing. An old tune. I said it to you the other day about the knowledge. You got 360 degrees of agreeable knowledge, but unfortunately, I believe, and I'm not going to say his name here, but one of the teachings that I used to follow, you got to have 360 degrees of disagreeable knowledge. Because the reality is, you say, oh yeah, we can drown it out with love. Some people just need a beating. At the end of it. Do you know what I'm saying? It just is. It's just like, well, look, you.
So there was a lesson to be learned there, and she needs to learn her lesson.
She needs to learn that lesson.
Okay, all right.
Black, black, black. Black on black, black.